Welcome to the SEC on ESPN. And welcome to the season finale as the SEC regular season comes to a close. Number 1, Oklahoma, and number 12, Texas A&M, ready to go.
Superstar freshman class led by Kendall Wells.
This freshman is chasing history.
Try to not think too much about it.
You could highlight all 9 for the Oklahoma Sooners.
So many records, so much energy.
They add to their NCAA single season record.
In a conference like the SEC, Texas A&M is right up there with the elite. Maya Perez leading the charge.
They're unstoppable at times.
This A&M team is clicking on all cylinders. They're dangerous.
We're always going to come at you.
No one has it like us.
We're just scrappy.
We're hard to face.
We have a certain swag to us that is unbeatable.
Ready to go for game 3. The series even at 1 apiece after Texas A&M took game 1, rallied from a 4-run deficit to knock off the number 1 team in the country. And then earlier today, just moments ago, it was the Sooners hanging on for the 1-run win. And a big one for OU because that gives them at least a share of the SEC regular season championship and the 1 seed coming up for the SEC tournament. If they win, they have the championship outright. If they lose, Alabama are co-champions. And we welcome you to Davis Diamond here in Aggieland. I'm Beth Mowins. Alongside our Olympic gold medalist, Michelle Smith, will we see some history today from the freshman slugger for Oklahoma, Kendall Wells, who's a part of this Oklahoma team that has already set the team home run total for a single year.
Yeah, Kendall Wells has just been a superstar all year long. She hit the very first home run for this Oklahoma team on day 1. Wells has 36 home runs on the year. She has the ability to see the ball, make adjustments, drive the ball out of every field. It is power, it's average, it's eyes that don't miss. And earlier this year, it looked like potentially there was a weak spot on the low outside corner, and she would chase on those pitches. But how about the freshman making adjustments, being able to adapt, see pitches late, and then drive them out of the yard? 11 home runs to both right field and center, 14 to left. Really, Beth, not a hole in this freshman swing.
She's had a couple of chances, been walked quite a bit so far in the series as well. Already with the national freshman record, the Oklahoma single season record, she surpassed Jocelyn Alo to get that, and now 1 to tie, 2 to break the record set by Laura Espinoza back in the mid-90s. On the other side for Texas A&M, huge for their resume and a chance to host a regional if they can take 2 out of 3 from the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, this is a Texas A&M team that is very scrappy, and they're led by Maya Perez, who has just been so strong in that 3-hole. She just has great eyesight, ability to hit pitches. How about 17 home runs on the year, a 440-plus batting average? 51 games consecutively she has reached, the only D1 athlete to do that, an on-base percentage over 600. Maya Perez, just so strong. You'll see her at first base and leading this Aggie offense.
17 home runs on the season, the on-base percentage second best in the country, and has reached in both games so far in this series, so looking for a 52nd game in a row. And it will be Sydney Lessentine who will get the start for the Aggies as they try and split the doubleheader here today and win the series. Lessentine, the righty out of Alamogordo, New Mexico, leads A&M in ERA, whip, and opponent's batting average. She has appeared in both, or got the start, excuse me, in game 1. And the first pitch here to Kai Miner. And we are underway in Aggieland. If Oklahoma wins this game, the championship is theirs alone for the 2nd year in a row. If they lose this game, they end up tied with Alabama. They would get the number 1 seed based on 1 run differential. during the regular season, since they didn't see a whole lot. They didn't see each other and didn't see a ton of common opponents. For Texas A&M, they can finish anywhere from 3rd to 7th.
It's crazy how many scenarios there are as long as there's a game left.
On this final day of the regular season, SEC tournament gets underway Tuesday in Lexington, Kentucky. Everybody will be in action next weekend in their tournaments around the nation. Here is the lineup for the Sooners with the number of home runs they have hit this year.
It's unbelievable. Double-digit home runs from the 2-hole through the 6-hole.
170 as a team, 1 so far here. And are they going to add to the total? Yes, they will. Kai Miner leads off the game with a solo swat. And how about that for a tone setter with Kendall Wells moving up into the 2 spot in the batting order. And can she follow suit, go back-to-back, and tie the record? Just turned 19 yesterday, celebrating a birthday May 1st out of Bogart, Georgia. Started her OU career in their season opener with a home run in her 3rd at-bat. Can she bookend it in their final regular season game?
Working her on the outer half. Curveball away from her.
62% of her hits home runs. She's tied for 2nd all-time with Carly Spade. Jocelyn Alo hit 34 a couple of times. You think of some of the other big names from Lauren Chamberlain, Lexi Elkins, Danielle Gomez, Corey McMillan, amongst a dozen or so that have hit 30 in a season over the years. One for 3 in the series, but she's walked 5 times. One-two pitch from Lessentine. $1995, 72 games, by the way, Espinoza hit 37. This is the 54th for Wells. A lot of people thought this home run record was untouchable. I think her RBI single season record may be. 128.
Pretty amazing. Well, and the other aspect that when you look at Wells and the number of at-bats she's had, the number of games, there's been 32 run rule games by this Oklahoma club. I mean, that's probably another at-bat or 2 she would have had in those games had they not run ruled opponents.
I think we did the math on that. It works out to possibly 8 more games. Lost to the run rules. Wells chases the rise out of the zone. 1 down.
Well, they work Kendall Wells away with a curveball, and then they come upstairs with the rise ball. They're going to put that right over the dish and induce that swing and miss on a pitch up by her eyes.
I'll bring up Ella Parker. 20 homers for her on the season. Had a 7-game hitting streak come to an end in the game earlier today. Went 0 for 3 with a walk. She had a 2-run home run in the series opener. Reaches for that down the line, and dropping just foul.
So go down the line if it hits the chalk.
The call on the field is foul. Fale Steele, the first base coach, has been waving fair over to Patty Gasso. Do they want to challenge? And I think they're gonna do it.
I think Patty's gonna ask about it.
No, go ahead and let it pass.
And if it's called foul, I don't believe it can be challenged.
1-1 to Parker. Three and one. Flare the other way, and that'll get out of play. Parker drives that one back to the track, and with a hand on the wall, the catch is made by Paisley Allen. 2 down.
Nice job by Paisley Allen to keep a beat on that ball, go back to the track, make that catch.
Here's Gabby Garcia in the cleanup spot. First pitch swinging, drives that one out to right and a base hit. First hit of the series for Gabby. And a 2-out base runner.
Well, pitch on the outer half, it's an off speed, and Garcia just allows that ball to travel enough where she's able to pop it over the head of Talon Edwards, the second baseman.
That'll bring up Lexi McDaniel getting the start at first base. The freshman from St. Joe's, Missouri, has appeared as a pinch hitter in the first couple of games, 1 for 2. The most productive offensively freshman class in the country.
Yeah, they've been amazing. It's the number of home runs they've hit, the average. I think the freshmen have more home runs than, what is it, approximately 200 other clubs. Just the freshmen.
65 now, I think, that's with minors earlier in this inning.
There it is.
262.
262.
Two 2-1 pitch. Laces that right back up the middle.
This is the third game that they've seen Lessington, and to me, Oklahoma doesn't look full by her. They're able to stay on top of that changeup that she's throwing, drop ball, rise ball. They're pretty aware, driving that ball right back up the middle. Good job by McDaniel to pick up a base hit.
Yeah, 2 innings in game 1. She pitched an inning earlier today. And now it's Cassidy Pickering as they pass the bat here with 2 on and 2 out. Pickering unloads. And back and off the top of the wall and out. A 2-out, 3-run home run. And a slump buster for Cassidy Pickering.
If anyone needed a swing like that, it was Cassidy Pickering, who'd been struggling the last 5 or 6 games. The end of this SEC season, and Pickering, one of the best hitters, has had an amazing career, but nothing like a pitch on the outer half elevated that she gets underneath that and just drives it out of the yard. A 3-run shot for Pickering. Her 17th home run of the year off the top of the wall.
I think Vrazel got a glove on it first and then hit the top of the wall and went out. Wow. 3-run home run with 2 outs. And it's the second of the inning and a 4-0 lead. And it's number 17 for Cassidy on the season. Vrazel has a shot at it. Oh.
Almost had it.
Oh, and the reaction priceless from Kelty Mathis, the center fielder. So close to the rob job, but instead it's over the fence.
Yeah, that's hard for Vrazel too, having to go almost backhand to her glove side, right? Instead of being left-handed, and when your glove side is toward the gap.
So that'll bring up Abby Dayton. Well, it's the 3rd game in a row that the Sooners have jumped in front. The first 2 games, A&M was able to rally. But a big hole here with a 4-run first.
Explosive team. They have a strike, they're in it. A strike left in their at bat. I mean, they just make such good adjustments.
Three-1 here to Abby Dayton. And she draws the walk. Inning started with the Kai Minor solo home run. The first leadoff home run to open up a game for the Sooners all season, believe it or not. And it comes on their 171st. Pickering adds to the single season record tally in NCAA history, 172.
Which in itself is amazing to think of the number of games they still have left. 200 home runs on the year is absolutely a possibility for this team.
The old record was 161.
Set by the Sooners in 21.
You may be playing 3 games at the SEC tournament if you reach the finals, and then the NCAA tournament, as few as 10 to win it all, and this one will stay in the yard and the catch is made, but a couple bops at a 4-0 Sooner lead.
Kai Minor leads off the game. The fabulous freshman hitting her 7th home run of the year, a solo shot. And then Pickering with a 3-run shot herself. Number 17, Sooners up 4-zip.
Starting lineup for the Aggies in this second game of the doubleheader: Maya Perez, Michaela Wark in the 3-4 spots. Those are your home run hitters. Although ironically enough, it was Powell and Edwards at the top that were the home run hitters in game 1 earlier today. Oklahoma picking up the win. Sydney Berzon, the transfer from LSU, will get the start. Two-time All-American as a Tiger, still trying to find her way as a Sooner.
She's kind of a Swiss Army knife of pitching, can throw to every quadrant. She's done a good job of limiting 3 passes, just 16 walks on the year.
Making her 10th start of the season. Faced a couple of batters through 7 pitches in game 1. That was a brief appearance. And here's Kennedy Powell to get things going. And there's a base hit out to left.
Berzon, a very experienced pitcher. She can really throw with a lot of different velocity, a lot of different speeds, all the way from 55 to the high 60s. She's got really good separation with her pitchers. Drop, rise ball, so she'll try to elevate you through the zone or drop you down into the dirt. And it's really about spin speed and movement over velocity. But she needs to really work the edges or the margins.
That'll bring up Talon Edwards. 6 for 8 in the series with a home run, an RBI double, an RBI single. She's been productive. She and Powell now have 10 hits in the series with 5 runs batted in, 5 runs scored. That is terrific from your top 2 in the order. Rallied to beat Oklahoma in game 1 and then came up a run short in game 2. Trying to impress the selection committee to give them a good seed. Nice catch by Agbayani to rob a base hit. Good glove work, 1 down.
Agbayani is so strong defensively. Always well positioned. That's one part of this Oklahoma defense. Always in the right spot at the right time. Good job going back to that glove side and trying to double up Powell, who gets it back to the bag.
So here comes Maya Perez. Oh, and that hit her.
Now Perez gets thrown inside a lot. Trying to take that speed and power away from her. Just nicks off of her hip.
That's her 5th free pass of the series.
It's the 12th time she's been hit this year.
Here's Michaela Wark. Well, the Aggies just one swing away from chipping away and getting right back into this thing. Wark 2 for 7 in the series. Single and a hit batter, couple on base.
Well, Beth, to your point, I mean, it's always so important when you get punched in the mouth. That 4 spot goes up against the Aggies. Just opportunity to scratch, put something up on the board. Wark has been good with runners on. 68% of her home runs come with runners on.
Got her inside. 2 down.
This is a quality pitch. After attacking her a little bit of upstairs, a little off, she's going to come with a drop ball in the inner half, and you can just see really good downward movement. Just gets it past Wark's barrel.
First strikeout. And here's KK Dement. Kendall Wells struck out her first time up. She is due up 3rd in the 2nd inning for Oklahoma. Oh, 2 pitch coming. Pulled foul. Chance for the Aggies here to strike back. Down 4-zip early. Called strike 3. No damage done by the Aggies. Can Kendall Wells get something going? Chasing history at the plate coming up. Laura Espinosa's record has stood since 1995.
37 is that single season home run record.
Kendall Wells continues to impress. She's chasing history.
But Megan Grant is right there on her heels.
Jordan Woolery not far behind her. Who's going to get to Laura Espinosa's record first?
Well, the chase is tightened up, folks, because Megan Grant hit a home run just a few moments ago for UCLA. They lead Oregon 6-3. So Grant now at 35, 1 behind Wells, who is 1 behind Espinosa, and that record that has stood for 31 years. Kendall is due up 3rd this inning. Agbayani, then Minor, then Wells. Kendall's 1 for 4 with 5 walks in the series. Struck out her first time up. Agbayani here, hitting out of the 9 spot, drills that one right back up the middle. And here comes the home run hitter to start the ball game, Kai Miner.
Kai Miner is going to take a 1-2 pitch in the first inning to lead off the game. Pitch that's sweet. She just attacks it, bashes it out of the yard for her 7th home run of the year. Really a tone-setting swing.
First home run to lead off a game for them all season.
Miner, just so much talent. She hits for average over 440. She's got power. She can drop a bunt. 17 stolen bases on the year.
Now 4 hits in the series for extra bases. So you've got the contact, you've got the speed that you're accustomed to as a leadoff. She adds a little spice as well.
Cassidy Pickering had been the leadoff for Oklahoma and a little bit of a slump, so they moved Miner up.
To second, could be 2. And not with Miner's speed. They get the lead runner. So here comes Wells with another chance to tie the record. Wells gets a hold of one, and it is drifting foul.
Boy, that wind really blowing from right to left. That ball was well gone if it would have stayed fair.
Cleared the bullpen. Almost out into the street. 0-1. And jammed her, and she pops it up. 2 down. A&M continues to keep her in the yard.
They've pitched her tough. They've given her a heavy dose of off speeds. I mean, and they're having to work around Miner in front of her, Parker behind her. Parker had the first home run of the series, game 1.
Here is Parker. Out of Los Angeles, a freshman All-American last year, first team All-American. I remember too with the all the freshmen and the transfers the last couple of years, it is only Parker and Pickering in their lineup that have a connection to their last championship team a couple of years ago, when they finished off the 4-peat national championship run. That's a rocket down the line. Parker with the double. Miner will hold at third.
Ella Parker, we talk a lot about those 20 home runs, but she also just hit her 14th double, pitch on the inner half, and just look at how quick her hips are, and that allows her hands, that barrel, to explode through the zone. Just beautiful swing, super silky. Just gets that ball down the line. A big double. Runners at second and third now for the Sooners.
Chance for them to really bust this thing open. Here's Gabby Garcia, singled and scored in the first. Parker gets back into second. Two and 0. See if Gabby gets something to swing out here. Three and 0.
Garcia, always such a great eye, very disciplined dish. She doesn't walk a lot, but she is very choosy.
That's a strike there. Garcia out to center field, and the catch is made. 4-0 Sooners to the bottom of the second. Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Gorgeous afternoon here in Aggieland. Beth Mowins along with Michelle Smith. On this final day of the regular season, the Oklahoma Sooners have clinched a share of an SEC championship. If they win this game, it is theirs outright. If they lose, Alabama gets a piece of it. Oklahoma has also clinched the #1 seed for the SEC tournament. And Texas A&M trying to secure a 3 seed, which would get them a double bye, which is a big deal.
Big deal.
In Lexington next week.
Well, that means you just have to win 3 games to win the tournament.
Get a little extra rest between now and then. And then it is a week from tomorrow, Selection Sunday. And something new this year, we not only will see the teams seeded 1 through 16 and who gets to play at home, but also the 2 seeds, 17 through 32, will be seeded.
Which is going to be great. Opportunity to see where the committee is thinking, where they're sending teams. There's going to have to be a little massaging to that, just the sheer number of SEC teams that can't be sent to each other.
And of course, they fill out the field, 31 AQs, 33 at-larges. And then they're placed in the bracket after you get those top 32 based on balance, geography, separating conferences, trying to avoid rematches. We talk a lot about the RPI, but they also, the criteria they use, the KPI, your strength of schedule, how you've done at the end of the season. And a called strike 3 to take care of Kowalewski.
And I think what you're saying, it's the full body of work.
Full body of work.
They consider.
How about 3 straight strikeouts for Sydney Berzon? Of course, we have every pitch for you on the way to the Women's College World Series on the ESPN networks. Hoping we'll have just as much mayhem as we had last year. Well, it's already started with all the upsets yesterday.
Yes.
Half of the top 10 lost.
To me, it's exciting because it just shows the parity in the sport.
That's how we begin the mayhem, the month of May and the postseason in softball. Oklahoma bouncing back, Texas picking up wins. Florida lost to Georgia again today, and Nyjeri Kennedy had a 5-inning perfect game today for Texas Tech. Line out to center there, 2 out. Nebraska swept Penn State in a doubleheader today. I believe that gives them at least a share of the Big Ten title. Their goal all year was to be a top 8 seed, and certainly looks like they're going to get that. Stay home for a regional and a super.
They were on the road for both last year.
See if they can get back to the World Series, I believe for the first time since 2013. And if Jordy Fromm can return with a second different team.
Not a lot of players have done that. Well, it's been an interesting year all the way around. There's been a lot of offense, but we've also had some amazing pitching performances. And just when May comes around, you just know that you're going to see some big plays, exceptional games.
Paisley Allen chops it to Barker. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Sooners. Up 4 early. You know, it's been a year to chase some records for the Oklahoma offense. And they're about to catch or pass quite a few of them. Most runs scored in a single season. They're averaging 10 per game. They're hitting over 3 home runs per game. Already set a new home run record. And the chase continues for Kendall Wells, 1 shy of Laura Espinoza. And they are well above the D1 average in all those categories, Michelle.
Well, it's unbelievable. The runs double what the D1 average is. Home runs triple. The batting average up near 400. So this is a team that hits for average, they hit for power, they walk, they do not strike out much. Basically a juggernaut.
Lexi McDaniel will lead things off 5, 6, and 7. They exploded for a 4-run first. Had a chance for more in the second, came up short.
Another one of those amazing freshmen, 10 home runs on the year. I mean, it's just remarkable. And Lexi's done a lot of that, having to come off the bench, hasn't had the opportunity to start a lot of games just because there's so much depth on this Oklahoma team.
Inside the bag, knocked down at third by Powell, and in time to get her.
That is a great job by Kennedy Powell, knocking that down and not panicking, taking her time, picking the ball up, and is going to one-hop it over to Perez at first. But look where she's playing. She's deep behind the bag. She gets her glove on it, picks it up, and a nice throw across the infield. Puts that right out in front of Perez so she can pick it.
Here is the home run hitting Cassidy Pickering. 3-run shot in the first. Sooners trying to close out the season with a flourish. You know, their non-conference early in the year wasn't the strongest, but they knew that their SEC was back-loaded. 13 of their last 14 against ranked opponents. You're going to see more ranked foes at the SEC tournament.
Well, Patty knew she had a young team, so her strength of schedule is sitting at 30, or non-conference strength of schedule. Look at that, above 100. And so I think early in the year, she's scheduled in a sense so that she gave her younger kids the opportunity to come in, get that confidence so that when you come into a really tough SEC season, your numbers are good, your confidence is elevated.
The RPI of 7 is something that folks are going to keep an eye on. That, I mean, that kind of puts you on that Supers host bubble. You need to be in the top 8. I think, though, with the eye test, and if they win a couple more games here, that's going to go up.
Yeah, they have a good SEC tournament, absolutely. Yeah, and the other thing, too, when you put in a host bid, it's all about Love's Field as well, the ability to pack that.
Pickering draws the walk. Tennessee has a really strong resume with wins against some of those other teams around them. UCLA and Oregon are going head-to-head this weekend. And UCLA up 6-3. All the runs scored in that game via home runs, by the way. It's a slugfest going on out on the West Coast. LSU, you saw there, they were finishing strong. They beat Auburn in their first game today, 25-0.
Dear Lord. Makes pitchers cry.
That's the most runs scored in an SEC game this century. Gotta go back to 1997, the first year of SEC softball.
Wow.
Abby Dayton out in front. Called strike 3.
Well, that's one thing you don't see very often is Dayton striking out. That's just her 5th strikeout of the year. And why? Because this is an elite changeup. Piniella is one of the best in the business. The lefty will throw it in any count, a 52-mile-an-hour changeup. And Dayton has just her 5th strikeout of the year.
Here's Sydney Barker. Oh, 2. Pinnell making quick work.
She'll throw them in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Well, and she just sells it so well. So it's, you know, she's got such an explosive release that it looks like it's coming in the 60s and it's floating in at the 50s. So there it is. That's the hard stuff at 64 miles an hour.
Ooh, just got a piece of that rise at the eyes.
job by Barker now to identify that, just barrel it, get rid of it. Trust me, when you're going against a really good changeup pitcher, sometimes you're not trying to hit it, you're just trying to foul it off. Just go somewhere foul. You actually don't want to hit it because there's normally a dribbler.
Yeah. Get it out of play. Oh, and that's in, and it hits her. Got her in the torso.
66 miles an hour. Rise ball that just gets inside. Gets her in the rib cage.
The athletic trainer and the coaching staff out there. Looks like Barker is okay and well enough to stay. Been a couple of scary moments in the doubleheader today for Oklahoma, with starters Sydney Barker and Kendall Wells injured in the first game, was able to stay in it. Diving for a foul ball. And so that'll bring up Agbayani. A couple of free passes in the inning and 2 Sooners aboard. Singled her first time up back in the second. Pitches the outside corner. See the numbers for Agbayani. Batting average up. Catching up to the RBI total. Chance to add to it right here.
Agbayani, one of the best second basemen in the game, just moves so well to the ball, and typically will hit in the 6-7 hole for Oklahoma, but they've recently moved her down into the 9 hole. That'll help turn that lineup over. 500 plus on-base percentage.
Through the wickets of Kowalewski, and the base runners will move up 60.
.51-mile-an-hour changeup this into the dirt. Kowalewski's pointing to herself. You can just see the way that she moves up and over, and the glove doesn't get down and goes through the wickets all the way to the wall.
And now the count goes full. Agbayani right into the glove of Wark, and that'll end the threat. Still 4-0 Sooners.
Sure up there's trying to dance a little bit.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN, and welcome back to Davis Diamond here at Texas A&M. Patty Gasso now joining us on the mic. Every journey's a little bit different, Patty, a pretty young group. What have you really enjoyed about this year's run to a share of an SEC championship?
Just the love for the game, excuse me, tenacity, gritty, hardworking, definitely. So they love challenges.
And Coach, 172 home runs now on the year. Pickering comes up at the three-run shot, but Kai Minor in that leadoff picked up her 7th. What makes this team so special with home runs?
Just power. They work in the weight room. JT does a really good job with them, and I don't know that they're like just trying to hit them out all the time. They're just swinging hard with good mechanics.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
How about Kai Minor in that first inning?
And there they are. How about the leadoff going yard on a 1-2 count, and then Pickering, first pitch swinging a 3-run shot. She really needed that, a little bit of help in the outfield, getting that off the top of the wall, but you can see the first 2 games, Oklahoma with just 9 hits, 6 hits already today with those 4 runs up on the board, all in the first inning.
Winner of this game takes the series as we close out the regular season in the SEC. Sooners, if they win, would have the title outright. They have a share. They have the 1 seed for the SEC tournament. They have 1 out on the ground ball to Gabby Garcia.
What's interesting about this Oklahoma team, you know, we talk a lot, obviously, about their offense because it's so good, but when we talk with Coach Gasso, she thinks they haven't played their best softball
Yeah,
yet.
haven't peaked yet, she says.
Which is interesting, but, you know, she's a stickler on the defense.
Powell drops down a good bunt, safe at first, and a 1-out base runner.
She's also a stickler with her pitching. She wants every aspect of the game to be on point. So there's on rise ball at the top of the zone, and Powell able to put that down. Lots of speed coming down the line for Powell. You can see she gets that down immediately. The turnover rate so quick, beats that out.
Just deadened that with the bat.
Well, they've been trying to bunt a couple times throughout this series, haven't been able to get it down right side. They've been bunting the ball back to the pitcher a lot. And part of the reason that's important is because they've been playing their first baseman deep. And the first baseman is back. It forces the pitcher to come out of the pitch and have to field those bunts.
That's her 13th bunt hit of the year for Powell. Here's Talon Edwards. Lined out to Agbayani, who made a terrific catch at second base. Her first time up. Oh, 2. Slow roller to Agbayani, who only plays over to first. 2 down. Powell over to second. Due up in the 4th. Guess who? Kendall Wells. Set to bat second. So the top of the order coming around again for the Sooners. She's 1 home run behind Laura Espinosa's record. She's 1 home run in front of Megan Grant at UCLA, who hit 1 today. That game's still going on, UCLA and Oregon. Tied at 6 as Powell takes third base. Second time through the lineup here for Texas A&M. Maya Perez was hit by a pitch her first time up. Chops that to second. Agbayani's on it. Side retired, so Wells coming up. In the top of the fourth, the 4-0 Oklahoma lead.
Kendall Wells displaying the power bat that she is known for.
The Wells sets a new NCAA freshman home run record.
Wells in the air to center. There it is! Number 35!
35 set the school record. She sits at 36. And one shy of Laura Espinosa's single season record set at Arizona in 1995. She's on deck behind Kai Miner. Rolls one to second, safe at first. Infield hit for Kai. And I think they may want to take a look at that. Let's see, yep. Coaches with a couple of challenges per game.
Ruling on the field was the runner was safe at first base. Texas A&M is challenging. Previous play is under further review.
We talked about Miner's power, but also her speed. This is just a slow developing play. Very difficult for Edwards. Has to come in and throw back behind her. And that ball just kind of floats back.
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna change that to
Yep.
out.
Yep. That's a good challenge. That's a tough play. It's a good job of charging that.
After review, the ruling at first base is changed. The runner is out. Texas A&M's challenge is successful. They retain their challenge.
All right, so if you're Kendall Wells, Smitty, take us in her head a little bit. She's been walked quite a bit. She struck out a few times this series. She's homered in every series so far in SEC play.
Well, Texas A&M has thrown her very well. They have caught her in between speeds a little bit, so in front of the changeup and chasing the rise ball. And so when you're worried about that changeup, you see a pitch up at your eyes, you have a tendency to elevate that swing, chase out of the zone.
Really good at making adjustments. She's studies the film. She's talking all the time, inquisitive with JT Gasso, their hitting coach.
Well, she's put the work in, yeah, and that's what it takes, Beth, to be able to be in the position she's in now.
One swing away from history. And a 3-0 count.
Wells hits about 115 points higher against righties than lefties, but leveraged here. Well, I'm surprised she didn't swing at that. I did see her hit a home run on a 3-0
yeah,
pitch.
Green light, right?
They do green light her, absolutely. See if she sits change.
Ground ball to the right side, 2 down.
They have thrown her hard. They have given her a mix of everything. They've sat out, they've come back hard in.
Here's Ella Parker.
And it's interesting, too, with Wells. She has walked, but she's not really been intentionally walked. And now the pressure is starting to build. I think people know that the record is right there, but she's also the name you circle that you don't want her to hurt you. And this is also the first game of this series where Ella Parker is hitting behind her. The first 2 games, Cassidy Pickering was hitting behind her, and she was in the 4 hole. First game of this series that Kendall Wells is hitting out of the 2 hole.
Three-oh pitch. For a strike. Back to back.
That changeup's the equalizer. Cannot give up on it.
Goes the opposite way, down the line.
Oh,
and just foul.
She's had 2 like that. She's had one down the right field line, one down the left field line. But that just shows how good of a hitter Ella Parker is, because she lets that ball travel, right? She's trying to identify the changeup. This is not a changeup. This is a 64-mile-an-hour pitch curve on the outer half, and she lets it travel and drives it the opposite way. That is just how good of a hitter Ella Parker is. No holes in this swing.
Draws the walk. Hey, we got a doubleheader Thursday night for you, MLB on ESPN. It's the Rays and the Red Sox at 7. Then the Cardinals and the Padres at 10. Catch both games on ESPN, and all games are available to stream on your ESPN app. 2-out base runner here, and it's Gabby Garcia coming up. Singleton scored in that 4-run first. Fouls it off.
Garcia hot as of late. 4 of her last 7 have been home runs.
Sophomore out of Chandler, Arizona. She's a part of the U.S. national team pool. They'll be playing in a couple of tournaments this summer. And Pennell gets the strikeout.
Pennell, she's got that elite changeup. She'll throw it in any count. It's knee buckling, and you can see the way she just pulls the chain on this, the rotation, the speed, big strikeout to end the inning.
Welcome back to Aggieland and the final day of the regular season here in the SEC. Tricia Ford, the head coach of Texas A&M, now joining us. And Tricia, an amazing environment, so much drama this weekend. How does this help the Aggies get ready for the postseason run?
Oh, just playing high-level softball, right? You got two great teams on this field right now battling, and you know, this is what it's all about.
And Coach, what do you tell your offense going up against Sydney Berzon to try to put some runs up on the board?
Yeah, we've hit some balls hard, so we just got to keep nibbling. We got to keep working up, you know, up at the plate, and you know, they're going to fall.
Thank you very much.
All right, gig 'em.
Trying to get something going in the bottom of the fourth. Oklahoma has a share of the title. If they win this game, they are the outright champs. Texas A&M, if they pick up a win, not only do they take the series, but they get a 3 seed and a double bye for the SEC tournament, which starts on Tuesday. What was that, 5 days of double headers, and then the championship game from Lexington, Kentucky, a week from tonight.
And those top 4 seeds, they start playing on Thursday, so you're looking at just 3 wins to take that trophy home, which at this time of the year is big because let's face it, you're also getting ready for regionals. You want to make sure that your staff is ready to go, your offense ready to go.
Selection Sunday, May 10th. The regionals start May 15th, the Supers May 21st, and the Women's College World Series May 28th. We've got every pitch of every game for you on the ESPN networks. Nebraska, by the way, has clinched the outright Big Ten championship today. Congratulations to them. They take care of business against Penn State.
Had a great year.
Texas Tech already had secured the Big 12 championship. And Florida State wins as they sweep Boston College. They finish a game in front of Duke in the ACC. On the run, and Parker unable to get there the whole way.
Well, it's been an interesting year. Some of the matchups, the teams, you know, just the scheduling. Oklahoma, who they've played and they haven't played in the SEC tournament, so at some point you know there's going to be those matchups, those super matchups within conference.
And strikeout number 4 for Sydney Berzon to match her season high.
You know, Berzon is just settling in. This is a drop, and it's elevated, it's up, it's inside, but she gets the call on the inner half. Works, strikes out looking.
And a correction on that Florida State, they have one more game tomorrow, so they stay 1 game in front of Duke in the ACC race. Not quite done just yet. They do get a share of an ACC title.
It's been great within all the conferences. You have Issa Torres who's chasing the record, the batting average record. We talked about Grant Woolery. Also for UCLA, who's just had outstanding numbers.
We have never had a player hit 500 with 30 homers and 100 RBI. And Jordan Woolery, the senior at UCLA, has a shot at that.
Which is amazing because we talk a lot about Megan Grant.
Yeah.
Chef Grant, and what she's done. Her participation with the basketball team that won the national championship. And her home runs, but yeah, Woolery's been outstanding.
How about strikeout number 5? Berzon's got it going right now.
Oh, she is on a roll using that drop ball, but then this is a drop ball on the outer half, just really working the edges. These pitches are elevated too, they're high. That is over the top drop ball spin on a pitch that is up in the zone.
I got 4 of the 5 looking as well.
Yeah.
2 down, Ariel Kowalewski Trying to prevent Berzon from striking out the side here.
Berzon is one of those pitchers that it's really hard to cut the plate in half because she can throw a drop to either side, a rise to either side. She mixes speed. She has an off speed and a changeup, so she throws 3 different speeds. And so it's important to be on time. It's important to let the ball travel. And if you're early whatsoever, you're not going to square her up.
Oh-2 pitch.
She's been efficient, just 1 hit batter. She's given up 2 hits, both to the leadoff, Kennedy Powell. The rest of the lineup has not done anything.
Yeah, just a couple of hits so far. Kaluski gets into one, and on the run, Parker gets to it. A 1-2-3 inning and a 4-0 Sooner lead. Savannah Bananas and the Texas Tailgaters from Kyle Field, a couple doors down from where we are. Man, these were images from just a few moments ago, and look at the crowd, 100,000 fans gonna pack Kyle Field, and they are already starting to roll in. Got a short porch out and left there, Smitty.
Very, very short. That's where you got to be a switch hitter if you're a lefty.
I believe the biggest crowd to ever witness a Bananas game. And it has been crazy around town this weekend with the Bananas softball. Baseball team is also home here, Texas A&M.
Oh, so great seeing all the little kids with their yellow shirts on.
Ooh, fair ball inside the bag for Lexi McDaniel. Making a play for a little more PT.
Absolutely, Lexi McDaniel has had herself a great series, 2 for 3 here today. Change up, and she's just able to get around it, not fooled by it, drives it right down the line. Picks up her 2nd hit of the game.
Tia Malloy will be the pinch runner for her. Got to bring up Cassidy Pickering. A walk and a 3-run home run. They can get her back going again. Pick and Park are just as lethal as Grant and Woolery. Two of the better hitting tandems we've seen in a while.
Pickering, you look at her numbers and you're like, wait, is she struggling? I mean, she's got 17 home runs. She's hitting over 380.
Just got under that one. One down. ESPN is the home of MLB.TV. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand using the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. For more information, go to ESPN.com/MLBTV. That'll bring up Abby Dayton. Trying to lay down the bunt.
Abby Dayton struck out on a changeup last at-bat, just her 5th strikeout of the year. Great bat-to-ball skills. Just the entire team for Oklahoma is so good at identifying pitches. That takes a lot of work, you know, just staying on time, on rhythm, making sure that you're not out on that front foot, not early.
#1 in the country in batting average and runs scored. #2 in the nation, OB and slug. Dayton bunts it foul.
Well, it's interesting because when you talk to JT or Coach Gasso, and they talk about how motivated this team is. You know, they all like to hit on their own. They're inquisitive. They're always asking questions, looking at film of themselves.
Swinging and a miss. Oh, and Dayton, who only struck out 4 times all season, has struck out twice in this game.
Yeah, back-to-back at-bats, both on the changeup, just out in front of him. You can see she's crossing over, and that's one of the more difficult things for slappers. When that ball is arriving a little bit slower, you try to pause, hesitate enough to get that barrel to catch up to the ball, but she's unable to.
Barker. Yeah, that's a fair ball. Malloy will stop at third. Runners on the corners with 2 down.
Just a nice piece of hitting on a hard pitch. Barker's able to catch it, drive it the opposite way. She inside out, so it's a curveball coming in, but she's able to barrel it up, shoot it the opposite way, get it to land down on the line. And Vrazel, good job of actually playing this, getting it before it gets all the way into the corner. Keeps Malloy at third, and Barker to just a single.
Here's the 9-hitter, Aylan Agbayani. And the first strike from Pinnell. All the damage done back in the first inning.
Showing a little bit of bunt there. Powell has to respect the potential squeeze. Saw Oklahoma do that in the first game.
Abby Dayton dropped it down for Wells.
And a delayed steal by Barker.
Yeah.
Taking advantage. A&M not paying attention to her.
2 in scoring position now for Agbayani. They've had threats to really bust it open now. Several innings since that first. And another chance here.
Yeah, runners at second and third in both the second and the third inning, and unable to capitalize. In that same situation here again. They're 0 for 4 with 2 outs. 0 for 5, excuse me. They are 5 for 9 with 2 outs. So opportunity to continue to add to those totals.
They've left 6 on base. That's up and out of the zone, full count. the bases are loaded. Top of the order in Kai Minor, who homered in the first. Two for 8 on the season with the bases loaded. And it hops over the glove of Edwards at second, and a run will score. And here comes Kendall Wells with the bases loaded.
And I think the only home run that Kendall Wells does not have this year is a grand slam.
That is correct. Couple of RBIs for Minor, but now with the bases loaded, JT Gasso wants to talk. Patty Gasso wants to talk to the base runners here and the hitters.
And this is a big opportunity for Oklahoma here, because if they plate 3 more runs, they'd potentially be in run rule territory for A&M to just be down to their last 3 outs.
And what a moment for the freshman, celebrating her 19th birthday this weekend. Can she do it with a slam to tie the single-season NCAA home run record that has stood for 31 years? Trying to end her longest home run drought of the season. And a fly ball out to center. A&M takes care of business. One more run up though for OU.
This SEC tournament is officially underway.
Crushes one. Just smash this. Throw the bat.
And the drama continues. Oh, we can't wait. Every pitch of the SEC tournament coming your way, starting on Tuesday from Lexington, Kentucky. And if this score holds, with Oklahoma in front of Texas A&M, this is what the bracket would look like. All building towards the semifinals next Friday and the SEC championship game a week from today. And then we would head up to Connecticut for the NCAA selection show a week from tomorrow. 2 hours of coverage for you again. Barker gloves it.
Barker's been busy over there at third.
one down. It's the bottom of the order for Texas A&M.
And Barker, important position over there with the injury earlier in the year. Coach Gasso talked about it. She said, you know, she's been an all-star for us this year, dropping in. And Nelly went down with an ACL injury.
Paisley Allen will step in. That SEC tournament, in the last 11 years, 7 different champions. 13 different schools have been in the finals.
Chaos.
And last year, co-champs with a rain out for both these teams. They shared it, Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Two down. And there's a lot on the line when you talk about that SEC tournament. Obviously, you crown a champion. Most likely, the #1 seed for the NCAA tournament will come from the SEC. How many hosts? Could be 11 SEC teams hosting, maybe 6 of the 8 hosting supers if you win in advance.
Yeah, as you mentioned, but the top 3 RPI teams right now: Arkansas, Florida, Alabama. Nebraska's 4, Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma.
You also have teams that are playing for their postseason lives in terms of having to have a 500 record in order to even get considered to get into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, a couple of SEC teams might need to win a couple games at the tournament in order to qualify.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch with Arkansas, as you mentioned, the back end to #1 in the RPI, taking their series with Texas this weekend. Twice in 20 years has the final RPI #1 not gotten the overall #1 seed for the NCAA tournament. That's always been a good indicator. And the out recorded at first. 1, 2, 3 as we head to the 6th here in Aggieland. All right, here's how we got here. A 5-0 lead for Oklahoma, and it started out quickly in the first inning with a couple of big shots.
Yeah, Kai Miner led off the game with a solo shot. And then how about Cassidy Pickering, a 3-run shot over the top of the wall. That 4 spot goes up on the board for Oklahoma, and Berzon has been dealing with the lead. 5 strikeouts, 4 of them looking. Berzon using that changeup effectively, as well as a high drop ball. Berzon looking the best she's looked all year, really working the edges and relying on that Oklahoma defense behind her.
Sooners getting back to using that home run ball to score. They've had several chances to really put the run rule to A&M, and the Aggies have been able to deny them at every turn. 3, 4, and 5 coming up here. Ella has a double, and last time up she walked.
Yeah, to your point, Beth, Oklahoma's left 9 runners on base.
Yeah, just had the bases loaded, and Kendall Wells flew out to center field. Parker launches one. Back that goes, and that'll leave the yard. Third one of the ball game for Oklahoma, and it's 21 on the season for Ella.
This Oklahoma team, their offense just relentless. 21 home runs on the year now for Ella Parker. Puts herself in a leverage position. How about 75 miles an hour off of the bat? Her eyes down the barrel to the ball so efficiently. Driving this out slightly opposite field. Just such a great job of letting that ball travel and then whacking it out of the yard.
6-0 Sooners.
And the other thing that Oklahoma's done very well in this series is they've hit with 2 strikes. That was a 1-2 pitch. She drove out of the yard.
Here's Gabby Garcia.
And for Parker, she hits number 20 and 21 here in this series against Texas A&M. So there's now 3 Oklahoma hitters. Wells, Parker, Garcia, all over 20 home runs. Well, obviously Wells at 36 home runs, but it's just staggering the numbers.
Here is Garcia. Can she add to her total? 3-0. Walks on 4 pitches. Hey, we've got a doubleheader Thursday night of MLB for you. The Rays and Red Sox get things going at 7 Eastern, and then out west for the Cardinals at Petco to take on the Padres. All games are also available to stream on the ESPN app.
5th walk of the game given up by Aggie pitchers, as well as a hit batter, so 6 free passes.
Janie Helton coming on to run here.
But ironically, Beth, none of those free passes have come around to score.
Four in the first, 1 in the 5th. They've tacked on another one here in the 6th with nobody out. And is that it for Pennell? Pitching change coming here for the Aggies. So we'll take the break and come on back to Aggieland after this. Out there in the circle, the senior from Dayton, Ohio, Grace Sparks, coming on in relief. And there's still some discussion going on amongst the coaching staff there. Maybe some other changes afoot. They're down 6-0 to Oklahoma. Sooners have hit 3 home runs in the game from 3 different bats. 8 of the 9 have reached, and 5 of the 6 runs via the home run balls from Kai Miner, Cassidy Pickering, and Ella Parker.
And situationally, it's interesting. They're just 1 for 5 risps, so it's hitting 200 with runners in scoring position. But how about 5 for 11 with 2 outs? It's been a prototypical type of game for this OU offense, scoring the majority of their runs via the home run ball.
All right, Grace Coleman is the new catcher behind the plate. Update 2 from the West Coast on the home run chase. Jordan Woolery has now homered for UCLA. So she and Grant both going yard today. They still trail Oregon, but their numbers inching a little closer to Kendall Wells. Trying to chase down Laura Espinosa's single season record of 37. Lexi McDaniel's having herself a good day, getting the start at first base, has singled twice. Double-digit home runs on the season, 30 RBI. If she gets a blast to stay fair, that would put A&M into run rule territory. Foul balls in both directions, 1 and 2.
McDaniel had a really good at-bat game earlier today. Pinch hit single where she drove in a run, helped that scoring start in that 4th inning for Oklahoma. Daniel, one of those kids that's very talented, can play a lot of different positions, but just hasn't had the opportunity because there's so much depth on this team. She's taken advantage when she's gotten the call. As you mentioned, the double-digit home runs, the average, and again, one of those elite freshmen.
Lets that one pass, 2 and 2.
Well, that's what a lot of coaches say. You've got to work while you wait for that opportunity to come up, and then when you do get the opportunity to capitalize on it, Daniel has done that.
To second, the flip to get the lead runner, and that'll be it. 1 down. And here comes Pickering. Home run ball back in the 1st. Junior out of Humboldt, Texas. Trying to work her way back into form. And hoping that her hitting in these games today will get her back on track. Skies that one. Mathis, 2 down.
nobody's happier but to see a change in the circle than Abby Dayton, who struck out twice on changeups.
There's the 0-1 from Sparks. That's pulled through the right side. And a couple on with 2 outs. And a pinch hitter coming up here, Alyssa Parker, right-handed freshman. So Parker for Barker in the 8 spot. Two-way player, has 5 wins and on the year in the circle, and is hitting .339 at the plate.
Yeah, with 11 home runs. I mean, so another one of those freshmen with power.
Prep Player of the Year in the state of Oklahoma. Also a state champion in basketball. And she's looking to do some damage here. Had 1 plate appearance in the Georgia series. Her last hit is about a month ago, off of Kentucky.
Sparks trying to work around the inner half, and Parker not taking the bait. Good job by Parker to move off the dish. So after a couple of pitches on the inner half, she moves off the dish, and A&M goes to the outer half, but now down 3-0, so a leverage count here for Parker. See if they give her the green light or not.
She'll take 3-1. Foul out of play. Staying alive.
Curve on the outer half, just gets enough of it.
Another 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Runners will be going. And it misses away, and the bases are loaded for Alana Agbayani. Couple of free passes, a single, a home run already this inning. And that's in for strike 1 to Agbayani. One for 2 this season with the bases loaded. Has not had too many chances. And a ground ball to short. And that'll end it. Sooners leave them loaded, still lead it, 6-0. New pitcher coming on here for the Sooners. Alyssa Parker, who just came on as a pinch hitter, will stay out there in the circle. 5-1 on the season with a 2.81 ERA for the two-way star. And that'll end the day for Sydney Berzon. As you see the numbers on Parker.
Berzon outstanding in the circle, getting the start, moving the ball around. 5 strikeouts, 4 of them looking, really working the edges, elevated drop balls with that over-the-top rotation and spin, just working inside, outside, really like a Swiss Army knife. Has a lot of different tools, can go up, down, but majority of her strikeouts using that drop ball. And look at a nice clean line, no earned runs, just 2 hits given up, no free passes with those 5 strikeouts, season high for the senior Sydney Berzon.
And the new catcher, Isabella Emmerling, behind the dish. Started the first couple of games here at first base. So that may be the end of the day for Kendall Wells. Although I guess she could re-enter in the 7th. She is due up to hit again next inning.
Yeah, they'd have to see where they put Parker in and where they put Emmerling in.
I'm still trying to work out something in the lineup. Kennedy Powell is going to be the leadoff here in the bottom of the 6th. And they're finishing up the paperwork, hopefully, here. This has been just a gorgeous day here in Aggieland.
Busy weekend.
Busy weekend. We can see Kyle Field where the Savannah Bananas are. They're on deck. They're playing after us here on ESPN. 102,000 strong.
Wow.
And a lot of them look like they're already in there for the pregame warm-ups. That is just spectacular. That's our view from the press box here.
How about that field? I mean, it pays to be right-handed in today's game if you're a banana.
Or a Texas tailgater.
Or a tailgater.
And I think we've got the substitutions figured out. They're hoping to snag a foul ball before heading over to Kyle Field. Kennedy Powell has singled twice. Both off of the starter, Berzon.
Looks like maybe a technology issue.
Just misses the outside corner. Two and one. Oh, the off speed. Wow. What was the MPH on that? 42 miles an hour. Oof.
Just so good with the flip changeup. It's spinning in the opposite direction. It's moving. Hard to identify.
waits on it and lines it out. 1 down. Also getting word from the official score, Michelle, that the catcher Emmerling has come into the game as in the DP position for Cassidy Pickering.
Okay.
So it is still likely that Kendall Wells will get one more at-bat in the 7th inning, barring any other substitutions. 1 home run shy of the single-season NCAA record.
Yeah, it's always tricky with the DP rule. You've got to wait till you hear from the score where the substitutions go, who potentially will be in or out of the lineup offensively. Parker throwing with some good velocity, touching 70 miles an hour, pitching the upper quadrants.
Another terrific pickup in this freshman class. 6-0 Sooners. It started with a pair of home runs in the 1st inning. Ella Parker added another one in the 6th. Talon Edwards fly ball out to center. 2 down. So we may see Kendall Wells due up 2nd in the 7th. And here is Maya Perez. Perez bashes one deep center, and that one will stay in the yard. 1, 2, 3 inning, top of the order. And potentially Kendall Wells coming up for the Sooners in the 7th. So we're keeping an eye on Kendall Wells, see if she's going to pick up a bat here, and it does not look like she is. 1 for 7 with 5 walks in the series, so it's the first SEC series of the year that she does not hit a home run. And will be 1 shy of the, oh no, wait, maybe she is getting ready to go. Okay, hold the bus, Gus.
Maybe she didn't realize. Oh wait, leadoff.
Yes.
I'm in the. She's been in the 4 hole the prior 2 games, so maybe she's like.
Is she gonna get a? Is she gonna get a chance to swing to end the drought? All right. Wells' watch is back on as Kai Miner steps in to lead off the 7th. I think the rookie was toying with us a little bit, Smitty.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Freshman, just forgetting where she's at. She's like, well, I didn't go out and catch last inning, and took a little mental break.
Miner does have one of their home runs, 3 on the day. She led off the game with 1. And it's been dominant in all 3 phases. Only 2 hits allowed to the Aggies, both to Kennedy Powell. They've only had one base runner in scoring position today. And meanwhile, Oklahoma has gotten back to the peppering the softball ways that have served them so well all season.
Just a complete team. Miner started it off, as you mentioned, Beth, 8th home run of the year on a 1-2 count. You miss it, they're gonna blast it.
Over Patty Gasso's head. They will be the 1 seed heading into the SEC tournament. And as the score stands, they will be the outright regular season champs. Both of their first 2 years entering the league. Miner on the move, catch is made by Paisley Allen. 1 down. Wells, a strikeout, a pop-up, a ground out, and a fly-out. A little bit of everything today. Her single was her first at-bat in the first game today of the doubleheader. And her first look at Grace Sparks.
She's seen a healthy number of changeups thrown at her, pitches up underneath her hands, as well as running away from her. She does hit right-handed pitching better than left-handed pitching.
This is away, 2-0. One swing away from a massive moment. Getting out of the shadows now that have made their way across home plate. Shaking off that hand injury too from that game earlier today. That's low, 3-1.
Gets herself in a leveraged count here. She's done a good job of not chasing too far out of the zone these last couple of at-bats.
One pitch to Wells and misses away, and it's another walk for Kendall.
Seventh walk given up by the Aggies today.
So the record will have to wait a while longer. Looks like Wells will finish up the regular season 1 in front of Megan Grant, who still has another inning to play today and another game tomorrow. Megan Grant hit a home run today. She's at 35. Here's Ella Parker.
Sparks has been missing low with that drop ball. And she misses high, she's gonna get a visit.
This is Parker from the 6th inning.
This is what Parker does, 21st home run of the year when you put a ball over the outer half. She's so good at letting that ball travel, driving it the opposite way. That one hit to left center.
That's in for a strike. Parker Good scoop by Edwards at second to make the play. 2 down. Wells over to second base. There you go, the NWSL on ESPN comes your way Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock on ESPN2. It is Chicago taking on Portland. NWSL action for you. Big summer of women's sports. NWSL, AUSL softball,
right.
WNBA coverage on your ESPN networks. Big Sunday night. Well, the women will be in the spotlight. (2-0) to Gabby Garcia. Rolls that to second. Last chance coming up in the bottom of the 7th for Texas A&M. Here are the scenarios here as we head into the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Aggies. If Oklahoma wins this one, they're up 6-0. They are the outright SEC champs for the 2nd year in a row. Texas A&M needs a big rally to grab a 3 seed. As the score stands right now, this is what your bracket would look like with first round coverage beginning on Tuesday. And the double byes for Oklahoma, Florida, Alabama, and Texas. LSU and Georgia in that 8-9 matchup.
Just shows how tight things were at the top. And really, for Texas A&M, to be able to be 1 win basically away from getting the 3 seed and basically that double bye. Down 6 runs here late.
Alyssa Parker trying to secure a shutout. There haven't been many for this OU pitching staff in league play. Just a couple, as a matter of fact. Of course, the hitting around the league so good.
The hitting this year in general, I think, in the sport of softball, the offensive explosion.
Wark, Dement, and Kowalewski due up. The last chance here for the Aggies. If nothing else, they walk away with a win in game 1 of this series. Looks really good on the resume for the selection committee. Right now, their RPI has them around a top 16 seed. Oklahoma in position to secure a top 8, which would allow them to stay in the state of Oklahoma throughout the NCAA tournament.
It's been a while since Oklahoma's been on the road in the postseason. dynasty that they have built.
And they'll be one of the contenders for a 9th national championship. That would set a new record. Mike Andrea and Arizona have 8. These walks.
It's the first walk given up by an Oklahoma pitcher in this game. They've been very clean. They've had 4 1-2-3 innings between Berzon and Parker. In fact, at one point, 11 in a row retired by Oklahoma pitching for a base hit, and then 6 in a row. So they've had massive chunks of not allowing the Aggies to really do much of anything.
Maddie Sowney is your pinch hitter here. And Haley Golden, your pinch runner at first. Look for a strike one.
About Parker, for a freshman, she's not afraid to throw to that arm side to get underneath the hands of right-handed hitters. That good velocity, the low 70s.
Change up, driven out to left. And a couple on base for the Aggies.
Great job by Sowney to wait on this changeup after seeing a 71-mile-an-hour pitch on the inner half. This one's coming in at 42 miles an hour. She waits on it. Drives that out in the left field. Outstanding hitting by Maddie.
We're gonna have another pinch runner coming on. That's Ansley Gross. And I think we got a pinch hitter as well. Oh, that'll be the catcher, Grayson Coleman, who came on for Kowalewski in her spot. Her first at-bat of the series. In for a strike. California, the senior final appearance of the regular season at home. 1-2. Two and two.
Parker working drops on the outer half, just a little bit low in the zone. Emerling trying to pull that up.
Full count. Called strike 3.
After working on the outer half, Parker comes back inside underneath the hands of Coleman. See, Emerling is gonna hold that. Picks up the strikeout looking first for Parker.
1 down. And that changeup hits the mark. Tries another one, missed away.
Trying to speed that changeup up a little bit. A couple of them in the low 40s. I think they're actually a little bit too slow. If she could throw that about 48 miles an hour, it'd be perfect.
Got that one at the bottom of the zone, 1 and 2.
Nice drop ball. 5.5 inches of vertical downward break on that drop.
One-two pitch coming from Parker. 2-2. And slashes that one through the right side. And A&M's got a run up on the board. RBI single for Kelsey Mathis.
Oh, great job by Mathis to shoot this ball the opposite way. Pitch on the outer half that kind of leaks back into the zone, and Mathis just lets it travel, shoots it the opposite way to get it past that right side. McDaniel over there at first shoots it past her and easily going to score. Golden from second base.
Now runners on the corners with the 1 out. Paisley Allen deep drive, and look at this, here come the Aggies. 3-run home run. And just like that, a 2-run game.
How about Paisley Allen with her 6th home run of the year? Comes up first pitch swinging. Another pitch that gets whacked because it leaks back into the strike zone. An elevated drop ball at 71 miles an hour goes out at 76 miles an hour. A 265-foot shot by Paisley Allen.
Not only are they dancing in Aggieland, but they're dancing in Tuscaloosa right now as well, because hope still exists for a piece of an SEC championship for the Crimson Tide if the Aggies rally and win this game. And a pitching change here for the Sooners to Audrey Lowry.
Bring Audrey Lowry, the ace, back in, the lefties.
A 4-run 7th inning.
Series, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 3 walks given up, 10 strikeouts. She's been efficient. She has given up those 4 earned runs.
Larissa Parker will be the pinch hitter. Or Larissa Perez. 2 for 9 on the season. And what a moment for her here to reignite the rally. No lead is safe in the SEC this year. In college softball this year. Ground ball to second. Agbayani stays down on it and gets the second out, and here comes the top of the order. Powell has a home run in the series. And before this inning, she had the only 2 hits for the Aggies. They've added 3 more here in the 7th and put up 4 runs.
Powell going to that slap.
And the count now 2-0. Swings through that.
Changeup so difficult. You can see her, she's been out in front of that changeup as she's been slapping. She likes to slap against lefties. She stood in and hit a home run in game 2 earlier today.
3-1. With the tying run on deck.
Exactly. This is Powell. She just needs to figure out a way to get on base. It's her job right here.
And now down to their final strike.
Van Lowry, I'm going right at her. Backdoor curveball.
Sooners 1 strike away from an outright SEC championship. Powell lifts that out to center, and Kai Miner's got it. And Oklahoma takes 2 of the 3 games in the series. And they win it 6-4, and they are the outright SEC regular season champions for the 2nd year in a row.
Great job by Oklahoma. Certainly a battle down here in College Station. Texas A&M, this entire series has battled back in game 1 to win game 1. Dropping the double dip here today.
Sooners got back to the long ball today. They hit 3 of them out. And it started with Kai Miner, the very first leadoff home run in a game this year for the Sooners. And then Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker. Ella now joining us on the headset. Ella, tell us about your home run first in the 6th inning and what a boost that gave to your club.
You know, I was just trying to keep the at-bat simple. I know I had gotten to 0-2 really quickly, so just trying to reset my mind and just keep it very simple.
And Ella, by winning both games today, you win outright the SEC regular season championship. What does that mean to you and to this team?
I'm just so proud of this team and what we've overcome and just how together we've been this whole season, and I'm just really excited to continue on.
Was a big day, too, for your buddy, Pick. What does it mean to you and to this offense if this is the day that gets her back on track at the plate?
I think we were all just so excited for her. I mean, we were all jumping for joy in the dugout. So it's just really cool to see her just find it. I mean, just so excited for her.
Thank you so much, Ella, and congratulations, SEC champions for the 2nd year in a row.
Thank you, thank you.
So there is your bracket. Get ready to fill that out. Action begins on Tuesday with a triple header coming your way as we get ready for the mayhem, building towards the semis and then the finals a week from today. Selection Sunday is a week from tomorrow, folks. For our entire crew, Michelle Smith, Karen Johns, I'm Beth Mullins. Thanks so much for being with us. We will see you on the road to the Women's College World Series. Thanks, Daria. Well, we are really looking forward to getting to Lexington, Kentucky for this year's SEC tournament. It'll be the final one on campus. And as we've always come to expect this time of year, Michelle,